Hey guys, Kurt from Time Machine Transport. So I was getting a concentrated area here of oil, and I could not pinpoint where the hell it was. All my stuff was good. I'm not leaving any oil on the ground. And then I went ahead and hold on one second. And it seemed like it was coming around here. So what I did was I put my flashlight, was just detailing the inside of my truck, and I was like, you know what, I gotta find this damn leak. I have no oil in there. So I saw that the concentrated area was here, so I took some Dawn dish soap and put water in it, and I splashed it around. Then I took some brake cleaner, and sure enough, the reservoir here is dry. That's completely dry, I think. I have not opened it up. But you can't really tell until you lift up this hose. Darn it, I'm going to have to, I can't really get to it. But you can see right on the backside there, it's wearing. And there was a concentrated amount of oil on the braided hose here and here. So what I got to do is, I believe that this red hose right here is wore through on the bottom. So you can see right down in there is a lot of oil, and that's not supposed to be there, obviously. So a lot of people, I mean, I never knew about a filter actually being in, this is a Century Class 2001. But I only knew this before because I had my power steering pump went out. And in one of our other trucks, we went ahead and I changed out the power steering gearbox. And now, so I'm going to go ahead and change the filter. A lot of people don't know that there's actually well, I mean, I don't know about a lot of people, but enough. Don't really know that there's a filter in your power steering housing where the oil goes. So at least on this Freightliner, this is the part number. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this apart, and then I'm gonna disconnect that red hose, check out the blue hose, make sure it is not leaking or like bare. And then we're going to go from there. I'm going to put you on pause. So at least on my truck, I'm using this nut driver. What is it? 5/16. So having these little nut driver kits are nice. Oh shit, I gotta put you on pause. I guess that reservoir is not dry, which is a good thing. So I just had a rag there. So I'm going to go ahead and continue taking off this bracket. And then once you do that, she'll lift right off, but I'm going to need to grab a different container. Don't be a dumpski like me. I had to tighten this up, so I just assumed, without actually pulling that red line, that this reservoir was empty. So don't be a dumpski like me, because now I got oil on the ground. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a bigger container, take off this hose clamp, and then see if I can drain this reservoir. But I got to get a cup that's gonna, I don't know how exactly I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put you back on pause. Shit, I wasn't even close. That thing was not even close to being empty, so that's a good thing. So I probably had oil past this ring, but like I said, she's low because obviously you have your full cold, full hot. And what I'm gonna do is I'll grab a filter. I'll filter out this oil because I want to reuse it. Doesn't smell burned or anything, so but I was able to pop off this hose that went to the bottom. You can see where it's coming out, so which is good because I got to get to this hose here, and I needed to drain it anyways. So like I said, I thought the whole thing was empty, but do your due diligence. Don't be a dumpski like me and just assume. So I'm gonna put you back on pause. I'm gonna wait for this this oil to drain into the cup, and then I'm gonna take this red one off with the same nut driver, and then pop it out so I can make sure that all the oil is out of this line. I'll probably have to turn it over, because I need to, I think I can just shorten up this hose. I don't think I need a new one, but once I take this off, I'll be able to better assess it. All right, guys, so just want to let you know, so if you take the hose clamp, just slide it off and take a channel locks just to kind of break it loose. I mean, like this, and just kind of wiggle it back and forth like that. And you don't want to try to yank that thing off, but grab like a regular bar or a very long screwdriver. I was fortunate enough to get these bars from my brother Stevie K. What's up, brother? Love you. So I'm just going to slide this off. I already got it to break, but I'm going to need 2 hands for this, and you just want to kind of slide it like so, just like that, okay? All right, and I definitely found the culprit. That hose is down to nothing, all just from rubbing. You know what I'm saying? So the braided hose doesn't look like it's bad. I mean, it's a little bit eaten away, but there's really no fluid coming out. What I will do is I will wrap it with rubber or like electrical tape, duct tape, just to have a cushion over that. And then I'm going to take that, I'm going to cut that out, and I'm just going to bring the hose up a little closer. I got a lot of slack in there. So yeah, so that was definitely the culprit. So I'll put you on pause. All right. I was able to cut that piece out. So yeah, that definitely was where the leak was coming from. And what I did was, instead of just taping, I went and just ripped up an old rag and put a couple zip ties. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this hose on. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add a piece of cloth on the bottom so that doesn't happen again. All right, guys. So I actually got it all back together. And like I said, I stuck another piece of cloth underneath here. And then I took a zip tie and I zip tied the red one and the blue one together. That way there's no like moving during the shaking. But who would have thought that? I mean, that's a lot of wear and tear, man. So, all right, I'm going to pull that ring off and we'll look at the filter. All right, the filter looks pretty good, but being I already have this one out, I'm just going to go ahead and change it. So I know when the power steering pump went out, I don't know how many years back, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, we replaced the filter. Not really sure how often they need to be changed, but right now I might as well. So I'm gonna put you on. Actually, I wonder, is there a nomenclature on this thing? Yeah, it looks like. I wouldn't see too many trucks being different than this. So, I mean, obviously newer components, but I mean, every truck has the same, characteristics. Just look where your steering shaft is going to be, and whatever your gearbox is connected to your steering, that's where your power steering pump should go. So, all right, now I'm gonna grab a filter, and I'm gonna filter the old oil. I mean, it looks really good, but you're also going to have a seal in there, so double check your seal, make sure it's doing the job, it's not all dry rotted or ripped or anything. And then you have the actual cover itself. Look at that, obviously clean it off. I'm going to put you on pause, go get a filter. All right, guys, another thing you want to do is just double check for any leaks, obviously. I mean, that's most importantly. And this particular housing, so that's why I thought it was empty, because it doesn't have a dipstick on it. And they just go off of the housing on the outside. And if your truck is, I mean, I'm not really sure what your truck takes as far as the weight for your oil that goes in there. And then while you're at it, I know for a fact there's one Zert fitting here to grease up this. And I thought there was another one somewhere. I mean, I know there's one at this connection here. But I thought there was another one somewhere. But anyways, your gearbox may be different, may not. But now's a good time before you put the top back on and add any more oil. Just definitely check for leaks. And I'm going to keep an eye on this just to make sure that that blue braided hose right there isn't also leaking. I don't think it is. It barely broke the braid on it. So, and that's what's super nice about having braided hoses. They could take a little bit of a beating. But yeah, other than that, man, it's pretty self-explanatory. I don't know if it's self-explanatory. It's easy. So you could do this in a regular lot where you park your rig or whatever. You know, why take it to a shop if you don't have to spend the extra money? So anyways, I'm done with this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.